Alright, we're back. We got the keys. Another useful thing for zip ties. If you don't have a keychain, the zip tie makes a perfect little keychain. You'll notice this, one other modification, this has a VATS system, but as you can see here, the key is missing the resistor chip. And the reason for that is if you get one of these 80s VETs, I don't know when they stopped doing this, but the, well, now that I'm looking at it, let's see. Here we go. Yeah. So the VAT system, the early VAT systems at least, worked on a resistor chip inside the key. And so there was a certain amount of resistance in each of the keys that were given. I think there were probably about 30 different key options. And you can see that was plugged into here, which had like a check on that resistance module. Or this plugged into something in the column which would check the resistance, but they sold aftermarket. People sold aftermarket, and you can see this one has a 10 on it, so I assume that's some sort of ohm reading on the resistance. It's just a little box that velcroed somewhere, but it works. I've never had any VATS issues with it, and it always seems to work, except for when I took the dash out. Apparently the VATS voltage check is this thing, I think. I may have that wrong. There's another one somewhere in here. Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, it's the gray one. And that is actually bolted to the dash. So when you take the dash out, you got to make sure that you grab that with it and plug it back in, or else the car will not start. It will turn over and act like it's going. Fuel pump will run, but it will not hit engage the starter at all. There's a relay. You won't even get power to the starter relay or the VATS check. Nothing. It's like one of the most early circuits in that, or circuit boards in that circuit. All right, see what it does. Cold start. That was pretty good. That was really clean, actually. I haven't had it start that clean in a long time. So this is all upside down. Looks like we got about 47 PSI oil pressure, and we're still at 187 for my coolant temp, so it's still pretty warm right now, but it doesn't smell as rich, and it's running really good. Oh, so this is the other modification I did today. Cut the exhaust off, so it is technically straight piped. It's going through a cat. But other than that, there's a single cat in the middle. It's not terribly loud. I thought it was going to be quite a bit louder. It's loud, but it's not unbearable. It's drivable. Still lopes and is inconsistent with idle. I don't know. It's like the ECU is just hunting for something that's not there, and I don't know what it is. So could be leaky injectors. Might just be dumping too much fuel in the cylinder, and so it has to kind of burn that off every now and then. It still smells rich. So I think that's the first invasive thing I might do, is just take all those injectors out and clean them and replace them. That's it for today.